Hello, everyone. This is week 1 to our month-long theme of Mission and Vision. I am going to begin with some opening words. Welcome to this place of possibility. This is Love's Hearth, the home of hope, a refuge for minds in search of truth, unfolding, ever beautiful, ever strange. Here, compassion is our shelter, freedom our protection, from the storms of bigotry and hate. In this abode may we find comfort and courage. Here may our sight become vision, to see the unseen, to glimpse the good that is yet to be. It is time now to move to our chalice lighting. I am going to light the candle in front of me. If you have a chalice or candle at home that you would like to light, feel free to do so now. This week's chalice lighting is by Crystal Hogan. We light this chalice to honor our work, to celebrate our community, and to bring hope and determination to our mission in the wider world. Our first reading is an excerpt from The Shoemaker's Window by Reverend Patrick O'Neill. Here is what I know about communities of faith. These are precious and rare, life-changing institutions, these little churches of ours. They touch people, and they are meaningful in people's lives in ways that most of us can only guess at, even those of us who have been active, committed leaders ourselves for many years. A church is nothing more than its people and what they bring to it, their faith, their vision, their collective hopes and dreams, their memories and their customs, their history, their prayers, their good works, and their values. And what community we are able to create here for ourselves is like that great stained glass window itself, pieced together, always with painstaking love and unending patience. Each one of us, shoemakers, cobblers, candlestick makers, bringing one more mosaic to the whole. John Wolfe once wrote, "There's only one reason for joining a Unitarian Universalist church, and that is to support it. You want to support it because it stands against superstition and fear, because this church points to what is noblest and best in human life, because it is open to women and men of whatever race, creed, color, place of origin, or sexual orientation. You want to support a Unitarian Universalist church because it has a free pulpit, because you can hear ideas expressed there which would cost any other minister his or her job. You want to support it because it is a place where children come without being saddled with guilt or terrified of some celestial peeping Tom, where they can learn that religion is for joy, for comfort, for gratitude, and love. You want to support it because it is a place where walls between people are torn down rather than built up, because it is a place for the religious displaced persons of our time, the refugees from mixed marriages, the unwanted free thinkers, and those who insist against orthodoxy that they must work out their own beliefs. You want to support a UU church because it is more concerned with human beings than with dogmas, because it searches for the holy rather than dwelling upon the depraved, because it calls no one a sinner, yet knows how deep is the struggle in each person's breast and how great is the hunger for what is good. You want to support a UU church because it can laugh, because it stands for something in a day when religion is still more concerned with platitudes than with prejudice and war. You want to support it not because it buys you some insurance policy toward your funeral service, but because it insults neither your intelligence nor your conscience, and because it calls you to worship what is truly worthy of your sacrifice. There is only one reason for joining a Unitarian Universalist church: to support it. Our second reading is Within This Instant by Thomas Rhodes. Within the space of an instant, you can make a first impression, show gratitude, kiss, change your mind, wipe away a tear, live and die. It only takes a minute to write a note, tell a joke, change a diaper, sing a song, or be still. Within an hour, you can share a meal, run an errand, make a cake, or make love, attend a parade, or balance your checkbook, sometimes. It takes a day to paint a room, feed a crowd, visit relatives, read a book, rest. If you commit a year, you can write a book, plant and harvest a crop, become a parent, change your life. And within your lifetime, and with your life, you can and you will change the world. Today's sermon is from Having a Clear Mission Statement by Reverend Fred Hammond. The mission statement of the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Tuscaloosa is succinct and clear. We are an open and nurturing community of Unitarian Universalists, made visible by our actions for a better world. I mention our mission statement every opportunity that I get, not because I think that people have forgotten it, but because I believe that we must always have our mission before us. All of our actions need to be consistent with our mission and embody it. Every person needs to be able to either recognize the mission statement from the activities or be able to quote it. Every person, from the most veteran member to the person who walks through our doors for the first time, should be able to tell another person what the mission statement is. Anton de Saint-Exupéry, the author of The Little Prince, is quoted as saying, "Love does not consist in gazing at each other, but in looking outward together in the same direction." It is the same with a community that seeks to make a difference in the world. We must be looking outward together in the same direction. This does not mean that we all see the same things on the horizon, nor does it mean that we understand everything at the same time or in the same manner. It certainly does not mean that we will always agree with one another. It does mean that our intention for what is best for the community is headed in the same direction. One way of ensuring our intention is to remind ourselves daily of what we have stated our mission to be here in this time and place. The intention of this congregation could change, but for now, in this time and place, our mission is to be an open and nurturing community. Everything that we do, from greeting people at the door to our sermon topics, from the artwork we display on our walls to the religious education we teach our children, from the leaders we elect to the landscaping outside, need to be reflecting this mission statement. Together, we gaze our eyes in the same outward direction. So many congregations have mission statements that are too long, too convoluted, too verbose for anyone to really take the congregation seriously. They read like they were trying not to offend anyone, and in the end become unable to offer direction to the congregation. Mission statements are not about stroking anyone's ego or intellect. They are about purpose. The best mission statements are succinct, and many of these are under 25 words. The best mission statements are easily memorable. The guide, then, to any action that is proposed by the congregation is the question, how does this fit the mission statement? How does this action that we are proposing advance our mission statement or purpose? Here are some mission statements from corporations. Some are good, some are very revealing. Citigroup's mission statement reads, "Our goal for Citigroup is to be the most respected global financial services company. Like any other public company, we're obligated to deliver profits and growth to our shareholders. Of equal importance is to deliver those profits and generate growth responsibly." I think this is a very telling mission statement. It states clearly that the shareholders and not the investors come first. It explains why Citigroup could agree to bad decisions that resulted in their investors defaulting and eventually their bankruptcy. Profit for their shareholders was their primary aim and ultimately their downfall. Compare this with HEW Federal Credit Union's mission statement. Exceed our members' expectations in our commitment to their financial success. Enough said. Darden Restaurants, which includes Olive Garden and Red Lobster, is to nourish and delight everyone we serve. This is a mission statement that every employee can participate in. These mission statements point to who is the primary focus of the mission statement. To whom does the congregation belong? Is it the board of directors? Is it the matriarchs or patriarchs of the congregation? Is it the shareholders or the investors, metaphorically speaking? Is it everyone in the congregation? A good mission statement for a congregation should empower every member to participate in the fulfilling of that mission. The most senior to the youngest person should be able to participate in the mission statement being achieved. If this is not true, if there are areas in the congregation where the mission cannot be fulfilled, then this is the area that the congregation has work to do. The mission statement can point out where the growing edges within the congregation lie. Alice Blair Wesley summarizes the classes she took with James Luther Adams thus: strong, effective, lively liberal churches, sometimes capable of altering positively the direction of their whole society, will be those liberal churches whose lay members can say clearly, individually, and collectively what are their own most important loyalties as church members. A mission statement should be able to point towards those loyalties. Everyone should be able to articulate this clearly and with conviction. Where our loyalties lie will also indicate where our energy is going, to be for the growth or status quo of the congregation. Having a clear mission statement is a step toward being able to grow a congregation. It is now time to extinguish the chalice. I am going to blow out the candle in front of me. If you have a candle lit at home, you may blow it out as well. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Some closing words. Go forth in simplicity. Find and walk the path that leads to compassion and wisdom, that leads to happiness, peace, and ease. Welcome the stranger and open your heart to a world in need of healing. Be courageous before the forces of hate. Hold and embody a vision of the common good that serves the needs of all people. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a great rest of your week.